Hey guys, and welcome back to my martial arts journey. We are on to chapter 3. Okay, so far I've had those 2 amateur fights, and after that I moved on to 3 2-minute rounds but without any of the protective gear on. And the next fight was up in Glasgow, and I remember all Thai oil had been put on, hitting pads. I'm nervous, they've put the gloves on and they felt like little 8-ounce mittens on my hands. I was called out next to fight, and it was in a sports hall, so we were kind of stood waiting to go on just outside of the sports hall, but my opponent was literally stood just a few feet in front of me, and she had her back to me, and she had her Scottish flag around her back. Her hair's blonde and it's all cornrowed back, and I just started thinking, she looks hard as nails. So how you can tell that from the back of someone's head, I don't know, but that's the thought that was going through my head. And I was thinking, oh my god, what if she hits really hard? What if the crowd are really hostile? What if it's going to hurt, clashing shins? This is my first fight without the shin pads on. And all these thoughts are going through my head, and Paul just literally comes round and stands right in front of me, so I can't see her anymore. So yeah, he must have sensed that I was going a bit overtime with the mental battle. So off we went to the ring. I got a nice steady clap from everybody, and my opponent came in second, and obviously the place went mental. She was the hometown girl, and the ring was like raised up, and I remember being stood in the corner, and I'm stood opposite my opponent and just thinking, oh, this is it. So there was a small team from DBMA and they were cheering for me, and we got into it. So it's 3 2-minute rounds, and obviously Paul's like a foghorn in the corner shouting instructions, and I just remember every time I landed a clean strike, Paul's going mental. The little DBMA team that had come up were going mental and cheering, and the Scottish crowd went a bit quieter. But then obviously when my opponent landed a clean strike on me, the crowd went mental, and I remember thinking, oh my god, I must be losing, I need to hit her back. So it was a good fight. I ended up winning that decision victory, so I was absolutely over the moon, and that car ride journey home was a pleasant one, not like the one I've got coming up in a few fights time back from Glasgow. It's a car journey from hell. So I'd left school by this point, and I'd gone on to study art and design at college, which I absolutely loved. You know, I actually loved school, even though I was a bit of a rebel sometimes. I actually loved going to school. I loved learning, and college was perfect because it just honed in on all the subjects that I really enjoyed. So yeah, I was studying at Dalton College, and my mum was unaware that I fought at this point. I still didn't tell her, unless she knew and just never said anything, but it's not like my mum to stay quiet, so she's gonna know now, isn't she? But thankfully I have my mum's Thai skin, so I don't often bruise, or it takes quite a lot for me to bruise, and especially with the boxing gloves on, I didn't get black eyes really. Not so much anyway, and so you know, I was never coming home looking absolutely battered or anything, and I've got a small Thai nose as well, so it does crunch and click, but oh my God, touch wood, it's never been actually broken. So yeah, I've never had to hide that, which was good. So my next fight took place in Darlington at the Dolphin Centre, and Paul always put on really, really good shows. You know, you had this bongo guy and a saxophone guy that would play as you walked out. There'd be like lights, fireworks, VIP tables, just a really, really buzzing atmosphere. And I was fighting an Italian girl, and this was the first fight where my brother had come to watch, and one of my best friends, Sarah Jane. It was amazing that they were both sat ringside, and you know, they got to experience the whole thing with me and be there to support me. So that was awesome. And I actually made my own Thai boxing shorts. So I feel like I need to show you them right there. Okay, I still have these bad boys. So that is my name in Thai on the front. Okay, I was always able to write that. My mum taught me that from fairly early on. Clearly I'm obsessed with my name. I put my name in sequins on the back, and then, oh, you can't really see, I stitched my family's names on there too, and then obviously went overboard with all the sequins. I had like a bit of, oh, clearly they weren't that great. Bit of crisscross detail down the sides, yeah, with some ribbon. Anyways, stretchy elasticated waistband. So yeah, I was actually well chuffed with them. I've never actually worn them since, but I ended up wearing those for that fight. I went and got a new black sports top to wear with it, and I was really, really looking forward to this fight. So we're at the venue, we're all backstage warming up, and there it is, it's my turn to fight. So off we go. I'm waiting in the corridor, waiting to go out, and I just remember peeking out through the doorway and thinking, holy shit, that is a lot of people. So I was like, Paul, can you go first? And he was like, no. It's like, you're the one fighting, you're gonna have to go first. And I was like, damn it. So anyways, they played my walkout tune, which was, it's called Club to Death, and it's on the Matrix. As I was writing my written blog, right, funny story, I'm just going to quickly put this in here. I didn't realise that was the name of the song, and as I was writing, so I walked out to, I put the Matrix theme tune. And then I sat down and read it back, and I was like, there must be loads of songs on the Matrix. There isn't just one theme tune. So I had to go and Google which song it was I actually walked out to, and it's called Club to Death. Bit dark, but did the job, really liked it. So anyways, tune comes on, the bongo guy's going, the saxophone guy's going, and I just put my head down and stormed out to my corner and wouldn't make eye contact with anybody. I was so nervous that all these people were watching. But once I got in the ring, you know, there's a photo and I'm all smiling and you know, really looking forward to it. So yeah, Italian girl is stood across from me. Again, I'm fighting 3-2s on this occasion, and oh my God, she could bang. I was seeing stars when she hit me. I remember Paul shouting, "You're all right, you're all right." And I was like, God, yeah, right, I am okay. Gathered myself, you know, I just kept my hands up, listened to what Paul was saying, landed some good strikes, landed a nice little head kick, and went on to win that fight via decision victory. And I'll also started dating Will at this point as well, and he was fighting on the same show but in MMA, and I didn't actually know what MMA was back then, other than seeing him do bits of it at the gym. So that was really cool to get to see him fight. He also won, I think it was a rear naked choke victory, and I'll include a couple of photos, but you'll see a young Pete Irvin in there as well, with hair. For me, fighting was never really a priority, but I trained 6 days a week without fail, sometimes twice a day, purely just for the love of training, the sport, and the person I was becoming by doing so. So if you are looking to compete, you know, just put the work in, put the effort in, put the graft in, be consistent. You know, you don't have to train 6 days a week. If you're just going through the motions in those 6 sessions, you're better off training 3 times and giving everything you can in those 3 sessions. Be present, focus, listen, you know, just try and soak up as much knowledge as you can. Obviously, if you can train more, but set some goals. That is a great way to get started, even just small weekly goals. If it's just things like, you know, I just want to drink an extra glass of water each day. I just want to have an extra portion of vegetables each day. I just want to hit X amount of steps. I want to be in bed by 10 p.m. 4 nights this week. Just really small, I guess, but achievable goals that gradually get harder, I guess. You know, rather than, right, Monday, no more chocolate, no more crisps, no more alcohol, no more whatever it is, takeaways, I'm going to train every single day. You know, it's too much at once, and you miss one of those things, or you grab a chocolate bar and then you feel guilty, all right, because you feel like you failed that goal, when really all you needed to do was just set some smaller goals and build up to it. Okay, consistency is key. So yeah, if you're struggling with what goals to think of, although I just gave you some examples, you know, just drop me a message, drop me a comment below, and if I can help you, I will help. Okay, so the journey continues. I went on to study fashion design and marketing, would you believe, after college. You wouldn't think that, judging by how I dress these days, but that is what I did at the time. So that'll be coming up in the later blogs, along with a few more of my Muay Thai fights. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, if you want to continue watching more videos, please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye.